Hello, MBA aspirants. Friends, my mission is to make your MBA admissions process a smooth ride with my swift and sure guidance. I'm Dr. Vinita Singh and have been in education industry for more than 3 decades with qualitative experience in admissions consulting. Working as an admissions consultant, I have helped hundreds of students get invites and admits from top business schools like ISB, IIMs, Oxford, INSEAD, Wharton, Chicago, MIT, Duke, Ross, NTU, and many more through face-to-face and online classes. While I continue to help students with essays, recommendations, and interviews with almost 100% success rate for the top business schools, today through this video, I'm going to discuss 2 very noteworthy aspects. First is types of admissions process and second is the application time schedule. You all know MBA admissions is a money game too. I can help you save big bucks and complete the admissions process in a methodical manner. All that you have to do is follow a strategic approach. You can check the links of all my videos in the description box. Mantra for success is be aware and take informed decisions. Here we go with the types of admissions process. Every school follows a process based on which students are sent invites and then given admits. It is a thorough evaluation of the complete application that includes your resume, statement of purpose or essays, recommendations, and the interview reflecting all the details of your credentials, conveying very clearly who you are and whether you will be the right fit for the school or not. It is an endeavor of the schools to give a fair chance to all the applicants. Friends, types of admissions are rolling admissions and round admissions. First come, first served basis is the fundamental way for the schools using rolling admissions. This involves considering applications whenever an applicant applies within the several month admission cycle and responding after receiving a completed application. Rounds admissions means schools divide the admissions process into small periods, like the first, second, or third round with deadlines like November 10th, January 15th, February 25th, and the like. The process of evaluation starts after the deadline of the round in which you have applied. You will receive the decision when all your necessary documents have been assessed by the school. Number of rounds depends on the school's specific policy. It is better to apply in the first 2 rounds, especially for the international applicants. All the admissions officers, whether they are officers from the admissions team of the school, alumni, students, faculty, depending upon the school policy, the main purpose for all is to strive for selecting the right applicants for the school. Generally, admissions director makes the final decision after the complete application file has been appraised by different admissions officers doing their work at different levels. Schools largely want a diverse group of students and the admissions team is mostly expected to be appreciative of a range of distinct backgrounds and abilities of the applicants. Career services departments at certain schools also get involved in the admissions process, so that decisions regarding the applicants who are going in for a career transition will fit into the school or not can be made realistically. A significant point to keep in mind is that the applicants should not leave any opportunity to show how different they are from the other applicants by making their human qualities apparent besides talking about the other records. The average decision period is less in the European schools as compared to the American schools. While applying to the schools, it is better to strategize which schools to apply in the first round and which schools to aim in the second round, depending upon the results of the first round. Clarity to plan can only be achieved through your research and collecting a complete data of the admissions process, knowing the type of admission and the deadlines of all the schools. Therefore, maintain a document with all the necessary facts like name of the school, average GMAT score, average work experience, employment details, type of admission, deadlines, and the like. Admissions people will look at the applicant's undergraduate grades and the GMAT score the quality of the work experience, the salary advancements, accomplishments through various job profiles, and the way an applicant handled responsibilities. Career goals and how will you contribute to the school are also important aspects of the application. After this, the recommendations are evaluated. Normally, no one can be rejected on the opinion of one person. An application is viewed by a number of people at different levels depending upon school-specific policy. It is a subjective but largely a very fair process. Mostly all the details are available online. Applicants can check their status online and can send emails to the admissions committee if they have any query or ambiguity regarding anything. However, the applicants should keep in mind that they should be clear that they are not asking about any information which is easily available on the website or which they can check through their online status. Most of the times, the schools are proactive in supplying the information online regarding the applicant's admission status. If there is a typical problem where an applicant is doubtful, it is better to contact the admissions personnel, preferably through an email. Sometimes the decision from the preferred school has not been declared and another school is offering you an admit. It is perfectly fine to contact the school regarding your admission status, mentioning all the factual details. Now, let me discuss application time schedule. Early applicants will always have an easier and more organized way of getting into a business school. Admissions officers will get time and energy to evaluate an application if an applicant applies early. This is likely to reduce as the season progresses. International applicants need to be aware of this pattern as it is essential for the admissions people also to make sure that seats are filled on time with deserving applicants and with the right kind of diversity. Further, you can arrange the finances and accommodation early. The earlier you start your application, the more time you will have to rewrite and give it a due thought again and have enough time to arrange the recommendations. Having said that, it is fair to apply late if you can substantially improve your credentials in that time or if you are expecting a major promotion or salary increase in that time period. It is a time-consuming process to apply to schools. Lack of attention to details and trying to write your statement of purpose or essays in hurry and arranging your recommendations at a short notice can spoil your application completely. Once you get rejected, you become a re-applicant and then it is even more complex to convince the admissions committee of your right candidature, especially if there has been no exponential improvement. Further, it is advisable to apply to minimum 6 or 4 schools, and if you are applying to more number of schools, it will be beneficial if you apply to a few schools in the first and the rest in the second round after the results are declared for the first round. This will reduce your workload and you will save on the money also, with more clarity on the admissions status. The schools require the applications to be submitted 3 to 9 months in advance of the start of the program. This means an applicant will have 6 to 12 months to complete the process. The applicants can dramatically improve their chances of getting an admit by positioning themselves correctly, which requires time. It is ideal to start about 15 months before you begin your MBA program. After getting a clarity on why you want an MBA and whether this is the right time for you to apply, start your research on the school. Examine the school's application forms to get an adequate knowledge of the complete process. You can get suitable information by looking at the previous year's application form also. Make a separate folder for each school with relevant information. Take a GMAT and TOEFL prep test and decide whether you want to take the tests through self-study or through a preparation course. Take the test when you are ready and plan to retake the exam if necessary on time. In the meanwhile, start collecting your thoughts and the appropriate material to write your statement of purpose or essays also. Plan to complete one school's essays after writing a rough draft and then improving on that, so that you have enough time to revise and reconsider. Request transcripts from the relevant schools. Decide about your recommenders. Share your statement of purpose or essays and schedule meetings with the recommenders. Pay substantial attention to the transcripts and the recommendations. Start preparing for interviews after submitting your application, that means before getting the invites. Thorough and timely research on schools, clarity on your goals and your professional and personal leadership examples, and adequate preparation and practice through mock interviews can maximize your chances of getting an admit. In the meanwhile, get a realistic understanding of your financial plan. Research financial aid sources. Submit loan applications and also any form of scholarship essays if you want to apply for it. Everybody's style of going through the complete admissions process will depend on their professional as well as personal circumstances. Nevertheless, general approach that could be followed is that once you start getting the decisions from school, notify your recommenders of the results and thank them. Prepare to leave your job, notify the schools of your acceptance or rejection of the admissions offers and send your deposit to your school of choice. If you do not get an invite from your top choices, you might like to go through the complete process the next year after complete analysis of where you went wrong. However, the question of whether to reapply is unquestionably a difficult one. Therefore, an applicant must apply when he knows that he has given his best for the application. Never make a mistake to apply in a hurry, as you are increasing the chances of sure shot rejection. There is no ambiguity in saying that doing things in advance will ensure incredible results. Always plan for extra time so that you have reaction period if something goes astray, like any illness, unavoidable professional or family responsibility, any untoward happening and the like. Make a deliberate attempt to work on the timeline for the application process. Friends, in the description box you can check my videos on the complete admissions process related to selection of the right business school, statement of purpose or essays, recommendations and more details about interview preparation for business schools worldwide from concept to completion. You can call me for free counseling and also take my professional help for the admissions process. Take care, subscribe and stay tuned for more videos.